Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We will once again be drafting Wilds of Eldraine, but unfortunately the Premier Draft queue is still down and under maintenance at the time of recording. But like I mentioned in the last one, I'm on a time crunch here. Got to get this video recorded tonight. The quick draft queue is still available, so that is what we will be drafting today. Don't worry, you still get that Wilds of Eldraine draft content and play and gameplay content as well. So you will get many more seconds if needed to talk about an interesting pack one pick one that we'll get to here after I let you know that if you are new here or even not new here, not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and check that subscribe button down below the video here, and think about subscribing here to the channel. It boosts the analytics. If you enjoy the content here, obviously a subscription is an absolutely free way to give back and support the channel. We also have a Patreon page over at Daily Draft Patreon. You can check that out. We've got support as little as $1 per month, which gets you lifetime access to our Discord server with more rewards going up the tiers. You could even join for 1 month and then leave, and you can stay in the Discord server and hang out with us. That's all you got to do. So go ahead and check that out. Thanks for your consideration on that. We do have a very interesting pack one pick one here though. We've got 3 blind mice in the rare slot. This is only kind of funny and memey with Yenna, which kind of goes infinite-ish in a way. I don't think it's very good outside of that necessarily, though. There is Utopia Sprawl, which is a great 1-mana ramp spell. There's Candy Grapple, outstanding. Actually, best common of the set in my opinion. Cooped Up, good common, not as good as Candy Grapple. Hearth Elemental and Witchstalker Frenzy as well. I think I'm going to take Witchstalker Frenzy here. 4 mana, deal 5 instant speed. This is usually cost 1, 2, or 3 mana. So I think that's where I'm going to land. But definitely an interesting pack between Elemental, Candy Grapple, Utopia Sprawl. If you really, really liked black in this format, I think you could defend taking Candy Grapple here. I just think I'm not as high as others on black. So let's start with Witchstalker Frenzy here. Alright, we got a whiff in the Enchanting Tales. We've got Embereth Veteran, which is a good aggressive red card. There's Gingerbrute, which is a great aggressive card. And there's also Ratcatcher Trainee. And I think those are the 3 choices I'm choosing between here, as everything else is not a temptation to go into another color. I think I'm going to stay red with Ratcatcher Trainee. I think this is the best red common behind Torch the Tower. I don't think Brute wheels. I don't think Veteran wheels, but there's a non-zero chance. I don't know exactly what these bots are programmed to do here in Quick Draft. So I think I'll take Trainee, but that's a close one. Alright, some decent stuff here. We've got Hopeless Nightmare, Graceful Takedown, Johan's Stopgap. I think those are the best cards in their colors. What do we have that's red? Firebolt. Don't care about Slinger, but Grand Ballguest is another very good aggressive red card. Maybe we can find our way into Boros again and have better success than last time. Let's take Grand Ballguest here and go from there. Ooh, Edgewall Inn. It's just, if we're going as aggressive as I think our deck wants to be right now, Edgewall Inn is probably not as good. There is just a Harried Spearguard, which works very well with Celebration. The Trainee does as well. We can instant speed Celebrate with Pest Problem here. There's a chance Edgewall Inn is the quote-unquote correct pick. Our start is just so aggressive, and Spearguard is also aggressive, that I think I'm willing to take that here. Alright, we got Up the Beanstalk, which is quite good, but not in a low-to-the-ground aggro deck like this. There's Archon's Glory, which if we played Boros, I would definitely want a copy of. Kellen's Lightblades, less so in this style of deck, which makes me think I just want a Merry Bards here. 3 mana 3/2 or a 4 mana 3/2 that puts a young hero on something. And I think in red-white or in red aggro, young heroes are going to be among the best roles to be putting on your creatures. Follow that up with another Ratcatcher Trainee. pretty good here. Boundary Lands Ranger not going to be great in this super aggressive deck that we're looking to build here. Bellowing Bruiser could be playable. Probably would play one in this style of deck, but definitely want another Ratcatcher trainee. Ooh, a pick 7 cut-in. Thank you, bots. Do not mind if I do. Lots of Return Triumphants coming around. But we'll just take a cut-in and stay red, and now take a pick 8 Ratcatcher trainee. Threadbind Click still in the pack as well. But when we are this deep into red, I don't see a reason to kind of stray from that. What happens on the wheel but Witch's Mark? Usually don't mind having at least a copy of Witch's Mark in all of my red decks. I do not like Skewer Slinger though. Could take some of these white cards, but you know what? Ariad's Tempting Apple has actually been interesting in aggressive decks. Not on my side because I haven't played it yet, but whenever my opponent plays this card, they just steal my Hamlet Glutton, hit me for 11, and then tap this to deal 3 more to me. And I just lose. So maybe we have the ability to play this in our red deck here. I don't care about Break the Spell. I'm not going to go into blue. Maybe we play a Discerning Financier for red-white, but probably not. I'm just going to cut the red card. Archon's Glory, if we do go white, I think is going to be better than Heroism, even if we don't go white. Cut the Slinger. And Return Triumphant last pick. Not too bad. Alright, kind of struck out with this pack. Frantic Firebolt is the only red card. Hilda and Sheree in the pack, but don't fall for this. This deck is hot garbage. I guess that means we can take an Armory Mice and be really upset with it. Well, we have 2 instance 3 sorceries already. A Cut-In, a Frenzy, a Witch's Mark, Triumphant, and Glory. Maybe that makes Firebolt better than Mice, and honestly, Mice might wheel out of this pack. Let's go ahead and take Firebolt here. Not thrilled with it, though. Again, only red card is Firebolt, only white card is Break the Spell. Not liking that. Guess we'll just take another Firebolt. We 100% know we're red. Now we've got Grabby Giant, Impact Tremors, another Merry Bards, a Frostbridge Guard, a Besotted Knight, and a Clothier here. And also a Ruby, I guess. If we don't want to go white, we could go red-green aggro. I wonder if we can make mono red work. Impact Tremors, I don't think is as good as Goblin Bombardment. So I'm probably not taking that here. Probably not taking Grabby Giant. I think Merry Bards is going to be better than Grabby Giant for us. I would take Gingerbrute over all this, but don't have that choice. Let's go ahead and take another Merry Bards here. Alright, now I guess I'll take a Hopeful Vigil. Not taking another Slinger. We've already got 2. We don't need a third. There's Parents, Griffin, but Vigil is the best card in this pack. Minecart Daredevil, not bad. Spear Guard, fine. Tattered Ratter is good with 3 Ratcatcher trainees. Do I care about having a Tattered Ratter in this deck? I don't know how much we're going to be casting this for Pest Problem, but depends on how many more ball guests we find. I think I'll take the Ratter. I think it has a higher upside than the Spear Guard does for us. Slumbering Keep Guard, Collector's Vault, a second to Witch's Mark. I don't think I'm playing any of this, unfortunately. Not really a Keep Guard deck. Pick 7. Financier, Parents, and Flick-a-Coin. I'm not sure about Flick-a-Coin in this style of deck. I don't think... Well, I mean, Parents could be okay. I think this is for more kind of controlling red decks a little bit. Just spending 3 mana in this deck to just deal 1 damage doesn't seem necessarily worth it. That is a late Hamlet Glutton. There's a Moment of Valor and an Evolving Wilds. We could probably play a Moment of Valor in this deck. See the Mice Wield. We're all good. Not playing anything here. Still don't believe in Tremors. Probably also not playing Charmed Clothier. Maybe we play 2 Parents. Probably not. Spearguard Wield anyway. Got it back. Alright, what do we find in pack 3? Rankle's Prank, but not for us. So what is for us? A 3rd Merry Bards? Probably not. Edgewall Pack? Probably not. Armory Mice might wheel. Shrouded Shepherd. 2 mana 2/2. Gives a creature +2/+2 when it ETBs. That opens up attacks that I think we are willing to play just this and leave Cleave Shadows on the sideline. So let's go ahead and take Shrouded Shepherd. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, this deals that much damage to that creature's controller. That includes ourselves, so we're not playing that card. Oh, we could have had the Yenna and 3-bind Mice combo. Oh well. 2-headed Hunter, Besotted Knight, Frantic Firebolt. Currently have 8 spells. I don't know how many we're playing. We're going to have to cut a good amount of cards from this deck. I think 2-headed Hunter is some nice top end and a nice decent-ish little trick on the front end here. So I think I'll take my first 2-headed Hunter. I think this is a pretty easy cooped up for us. There's a Hearth Elemental, and that could actually be fine in this deck. It doesn't have trample or anything. It doesn't have haste. It is a little bit of card draw, but we do have 2 Witch's Marks if we want it. So let's take the cooped up. Dragon Mantle, not sold. 2-headed Hunter, also not sold on a second. Moment of Valor, I think I'll just take another trainee here. Not really cutting any of those. Ooh, Monstrous Rage. Great pickup here. +2/+0, get a monster roll for instant speed. And then a bunch of red and white that we probably don't care about. Edgewall Pack, Protective Parents, Rhymefur, Reindeer. I don't think I want any of these in my deck, but I'll just take the pack. Twisted Fealty, what a gift. Here we go. That is a card I will play in this deck, for sure. Will I play 2? Probably so. Let's try it out. I've never put one in my deck, but I think this is the deck to do it. Armory Mice Wield, Merry Bards Wield. We have a ton of 3s. We don't need a 3rd Merry Bards. Let's take a 2nd Mice. Firebolt 3? Maybe. None of this matters. Maybe we play Mantle, but I doubt it. I don't think we need a 4th Witch's Mark or whatever that is. Alright. Gonna be an interesting deck build here. Obviously going 16 lands. I don't think we need the apple now that we got double fealty. I think Dragon Mantle's a little slow. Return Triumphant is probably okay. Yeah, we have a lot of spells. I mean, if I cut 7 creatures, I'm down to 10, which is not great. I don't like Pack as much. I don't like Parents as much. I think everything else up here is okay. So how are we deciding what to do here? What's our removal if we cut these Firebolts? A Frenzy, a Cut-In, a Cooped Up. I think the Firebolts probably have to go. Could potentially cut one more Merry Bards. Could cut a Protective Parents and the other Firebolt and then run it like this. How many creatures are we at now? 13, but look how many 2-drops we have. Like, holy cow. 6, 7, 8, 9 2-drops, 2 1-drops, a 3 and a 5. Bunch of removal, combat tricks, ways to get something back. This is another 2-drop, removal, removal, steal their creature, hit him in the face. Welcome to Boros. I mean, if our opponent is trying to dirtle around a little bit, I think we're going to have a decent chance of beating him. Let's see if we can get our first win with the Boros deck in this format. See you in game 1. Alright, welcome to the channel where when we play aggro decks, we go second. So let's go ahead and keep this hand, play Spear Guard on 1, and likely Hopeful or Armory Mice on 2, and we can celebrate at instant speed here. They could have a counter spell. If they do, they do, but we're just going to play our spell here. Looks like they didn't. What is their turn 3? Diminisher Witch. Okay. I can celebrate at instant speed here, but it doesn't do anything. This just becomes a 3/3, just trades with that, so there's no need to. So I'm just going to let that happen, and then trainee end of turn here. Alright, let's get in with everything. I can't imagine they'll block here. The Return Triumphant isn't great with the mice, because it's still... Well, it actually is if we do celebrate. So let's do this. We can celebrate next turn. Make this into a 4/4 attacker. Okay, they killed it anyway. That's okay. Ha! We have another. Let's go ahead and get in. I don't think it's worth saving a celebration trigger. So we're just going to play our vigil here. I think we will scry on upkeep. Got another cut in. Into the Fey Court. That's fine. That can only block creatures with flying. Merry Bards don't have 4 mana, but it is just a 3 mana 3/2 that we can cast. So, sure. So their 1/1 can't block. Let's see if they choose to eat a creature or just trade with our highest power. Looks like they'll trade with the mice. And we'll just play Merry Bards here. And now they're at 3, and we got a bunch of creatures on the board. This can't block. That's fine. That's fine, and that should be game. Alright, so we managed to get our first win. Ooh, look, Twisted Fealty off the top. Let's go. Managed to get our first win with the Boros deck in the format. Hopefully we can get 6 more this draft. Alright, once again, as I said, we play aggro, we go second. So here we go. Keep in the hand because we have like 15 2-drops in the deck. So, I mean, we have at least 2 turns to find one of them, and maybe even more. So, unfortunately, that is not one of them. Alright, well, we're just going to play trainee now. And maybe hit them in the face with our own creatures. Prof Prism. Draw a card. Miss a land drop. Nope. In fact, hit a third color. Scarecrow Guide. Don't draw another creature. Yeah. Well, they've set up all their mana, and we haven't drawn anything. I guess we'll get in here. They're not going to block. We'll play Grand Ball Guest. Hold up Monstrous Rage. Ugh, come on. Not giving me any good targets for Twisted Fealty. Again, every time I play against this card, it absolutely wrecks me. And then we have it in our hand, and they're just like 1-2, 2-1, kill your thing. Land. And we have drawn literal 0 creatures outside of Ball Guest. Our red-white deck looking very anemic at this point. They're missing land drops, and we're just drawing all of them. Sure, don't need that land. I guess I'll get rid of one of these. Can get rid of their 4-powered creature, or I can get rid of their ruby. I could hit them in the face with our own Scarecrow Guide and not have them see it coming with Fealty. Again, they've still missed land drops, so Ruby's doing some good work for them. I'm going to see if Scarecrow Guide can get us a win here. If it doesn't kill us first. Wonderful. Tanglespan, Lookout, and Torch the Tower. Is that what they have here? Brave the Wilds, maybe? If I trade... I mean, I don't like trading here, but... Alright, it didn't matter that we traded. Alright. got us anyway. So our deck just decided to not draw, you know, the 13 2-drops that we had while going second. Gotta love it. Guess what? We get to go first. I didn't realize that was a possibility. But here we are. Armory Mice on 2, Instant Speed Celebration on 3, and then Armory Mice and Trainee on 4, steal their creature on 5, give a Wicked roll, and hopefully they're dead by that point. Alright, they have mulliganed once. Do they have Torch the Tower? No. Alright. Obviously wish I would have discarded Mountain at this point, but you know, can't really do anything about that. Maybe they have Torch the Tower, but you know, I'll let them kill the mice here. Oh, the flick a coin, that's worse. That's so bad for me. Imidane's Recruiter. Alright, well, gotta push that damage. Get him down to 5 here. They have a 2/2 blocker. Voracious Vermin. And attack. Well, I think that does it. So we do this here. Then we bargain targeting the mice. Paying 1. Bargaining away the cooped up. That still goes away. We go to combat. And then we swing in with the mice. That was quite a draw. Thank you very much, deck, for cooperating at that moment. I will acknowledge your cooperation. Alright, again, we do get to go first, but boy, is this hand just not great. This is a creature we do not really want to play on 2. Of all of our 2-drops, this is the worst to have on 2. We have no other creatures, this doesn't do a darn thing, and this doesn't do a guaranteed very much. Unfortunately, we have to mulligan into our mono-red hand here. Send back a Twisted Fealty, and off we go. See if this will get the job done. Okay, I think I'll play Ballgast in the event that we're somehow able to celebrate this game with 2 mountains. Wonderful. +2, +1. Okay, well, Monstrous Rage doesn't do anything here. It just makes this a 5/3. So we'll trade. Play Tattered Ratter, miss a land drop, and probably lose the game after mulliganing into, you know, this. So, not really much you can do about that. I mean, if they have Torch the Tower, they have Torch the Tower at this point. Okay, we did get through. There was nothing else we could do there, so I'm not sure if we were just supposed to wait. Do nothing? Wait for them to drop a 5-drop here? Down goes the Ratter. Maybe they're just flooding and we just can't draw land here, I guess. I don't know. Sure. Wonderful. Yep, alright, just about does it here. The mulligan into the unplayable hand. GG. And by GG, I mean not a good game at all. I mean, they do seem to be flooding, but we don't have creatures or lands or white or anything. They still have a food. They're effectively at 11. All right. I would say good game, but it wasn't. So. All right. I think this hand is functional, so I guess we'll keep it. We've had just about the worst Twisted Fealty matchups that I've seen. Barrow Naughty. Alright, we get the blowout here, so that was nice. First time that's really happened. Another Barrow Naughty. Okay. Ratcatcher Trainee. Armory Mice. Attack. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can put them to 4 if we use Twisted Fealty. Seems pretty good. They obviously have something here. They might just kill an Armory Mice, which would put them to 7. You know, I'm just going to swing here, see what their trick is, and maybe I can use Moment of Valor here. If they just block the trainee, I'll let them take 9. Yeah, I don't think I want to use Moment of Valor into this. Well, am I doing anything else? They're obviously going to be incentivized to kill the trainee at this point, if they do have the removal spell, which again will cause them to take 9. And we do still have the fealty in hand here. Oh, that's fine. That means they take more. Alright, they're down to 6. No board wipe? I'm going to cry if they have Spectre of Mortality here. Kill my entire board. That's fine. Okay. I was about to say, if they had Spectre of Mortality, I would have just rage quit. Alright, let's lose another one to Mulligan and Mana Screw. Would you like the exact same hand that I just mulliganed? Sure. Sure, let's keep the exact same hand here. Alright, go ahead and counter the only creature I can play. That is what they will do. Alright, well, we'll see here. Oh, alright. Can we outrace this? Probably not. But you never know. Every spell they cast is 2 damage to our face. So it's kind of like that ring temptation spell in Lord of the Rings. 3 mana ring temptation, and then every spell they cast deals 2 to us. That's kind of what's happening here. See if they get Curiosity or not. I'm sure they have it in their deck. Obira's Attendance. Okay. Can play Cooped Up and Vigil. Or attack and use Moment of Valor and then play Spear Guard post-combat. Alright, do I trade Moment of Valor for Catapult here? Trying to figure out what to do. I think if they block, I'm trading Valor for anything. Alright, they didn't block. So we'll go to damage. We'll play a Vigil, and then we'll play Cooped Up on Attendance here. Makes our Twisted Fealty slightly worse, because we can't steal this and attack with it. We'll see if they put another creature down that we can eventually steal. Now they have open mana, which makes me much less likely to use Moment of Valor here. So let's do this. I think I'll let that happen. Let's try Return Triumphant with Mice, and then just play Spear Guard. We have to figure out a way through these catapults before they kill us. I can Moment of Valor that, but I need a land. If I don't draw a land, I can't cast either of these on the Archive Dragon. That is not a land. So now we're down to 12. We're down to 8. We're down to 6 right now. So I don't know how we're going to outrace this anymore. Because that has Ward 2. So... what if I stole the Redcap Thief and attacked with everything? They bounce, bounce, or they eat, bounce, bounce, take it, take it. They take 3 damage. It doesn't really do anything. Really needed a land right there to really have a chance, but fortunately we did not draw one, so we're probably dead here. It's a decent matchup for us if they didn't have 2 points of damage a turn. So we're effectively at 6. If they have any spell, we're at 4. And if we don't draw land, we lose. So yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, now we're at 4. Two spells and we die right now. Alright, one more spell and we're dead. Oh, well, they don't have the mana for it, so we're at 2. So we have to kill them to 14 damage next turn, which is going to be impossible. So Twisted Fealty, pretty hot garbage in our hand. And pretty great in the hands of our opponents. Yeah, I don't know what we can do to get out of this here. We have to deal with this and these things, and yet we still don't draw a land. So 3 and 3 with Boros. It's better than we did before, but still pretty bad. It's just, you draw your cards in the wrong order and your deck is horrible. I don't know how this deck is functioning as the second winningest deck in the format at the time of this recording. Very strange to me. Never drew our pack one, pick one, obviously. The fealties weren't great. We had 4 trainees, which is operating as I think the second best red common. It was fine. Armory Mice got picked off. Just, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's like the best Boros deck, but I'm not sure exactly what it needs to improve that much. Maybe more ball guests? A better draw? But you can always complain about your draw. So, who knows? We'll try to figure it out after going another middling 3-3 after I think like the 7th draft in a row where we haven't got more than 3 wins. So it's been thrilling. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this one. See you next time for your daily draft.